What's going on, everybody on SoundCloud? Welcome to another ASMR story with me, the original Dick Slayer. So, if you don't know about parallel universes, you will come January the 23rd because a documentary movie is coming out called The Conspiracy Against David Sims. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about the real David Sims. Obviously, I am his double in the present universe, living out his life. But he had to really kind of like live out the Bible, and that caused for him to have a life in the parallel universe. His real life is in a parallel universe. It's not in the present. So he had to be there, and also, I mean, he had to get his wife Tanera, who he's currently married to. You know what I'm saying? Also, he just pretty much just had to fucking leave. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see how he's able to live out two separate lives in different years. Because we're in different years. I'm in the year 2021. He's in the year of almost 2030. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see how that shit is even how it could be so. You know what I'm saying? This documentary movie is definitely gonna fuck your head up, but it's coming in both universes because it's a very serious documentary movie, and everybody got David fucked up. They don't know anything about this man. They think they know, but they don't know. Not even how his family treat him. You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing, but I can guarantee you, after you watch this documentary movie, you're gonna have tears coming down your fucking eyes. But anyway, that comes out January the 23rd. But if you have to know what a documentary, if you had to know what a parallel universe is, just fucking Google this shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure Google will tell you what a parallel universe is, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what movies to watch. That's gonna be a waste of time telling you that shit. And I don't like wasting my damn time. But shout out to my fans in the parallel universe for making my 5 new albums diamond. You know what I'm saying? They still all number one. I love my fans, you know what I'm saying? Without my dad who is God and my fans, where would I be, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to my fans in the parallel universe for making my movies and TV series number one. Now, I want to start, this show. I want to do this episode a lot different because, sometimes I like to step my game up, and also I like to do things with my powers. And everything I'm telling you is in the parallel universe, not the present, you know what I'm saying? But let's get into this episode. So I was talking to my dad who is God. He was like, "So David, how's everything going, with your wife, son?" I'm like, "Well, which one? Tanera?" So he's like, "Yeah, how's everything going with you and Tanera? I think that everything's going amazing between y'all two." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You can't seem to shake those other girls, huh, son?" I'm like, "Nah, daddy." So he like, "It's okay, son. I understand. But son, I want to remarry, you and your wife Tanera. I wanna be the one to marry her." I was like, "Wait, you want to marry me and Tanera?" So he was like, "Yeah, I want to be the one to do it." I'm like, "What? As like undercover? Like what you gonna be in somebody else's body or something?" So he's like, "No, I want to marry y'all two as what I'm looking like. I want people to see something very beautiful. I'll put a little touches on myself. They won't see me totally looking like this. I mean, I'll, adjust myself a lot so I can be, presentable to the public. But I want to marry you and your wife Tadera. And also, before I marry y'all two, I want you to bring her to me. I want to talk to her. She needs to get talked to. She got a little temper problem she needs to fix. But I definitely want to talk to her before y'all two get married." So I'm like, "Okay, is it a specific date that you want me to bring my wife here so you could talk to her?" So he's like, "You could take your time on bringing her here, but work her way up to me, and tell her don't come disrespectful. She's seeing God, the original God. So tell her don't come disrespectful." I'm like, I will definitely tell her that, daddy. So, me and my dad, we always work out together. We always train together. We eat together. We play with the animals because the animals that we play with is the animals that's in the Bible. So we play with the animals, ride horses, just hang out and stuff. So I come back and Tanera like, "Baby, how was your dad who was God? How was your hangout with him?" I'm like, "It was good. I had fun. It's just what I needed." Guess what though? I got some good news. I mean, amazing news. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "My dad who is God want to marry us." So she's like, but we was getting married like animated, like Cinderella. I'm like, I know, we still gonna do that. I'm gonna tell him the idea and everything, and that will be even better because he will be in cartoon form when he marries us. So she's like, oh, that would be so fucking amazing. Really? I'm like, yeah, and he want to meet with you too. He want to talk to you. She's like, he want to talk to me now? I'm like, well, not right now. You want me to warm you up, until I bring you to him. But yeah, he wanna see you. So she's like, did I do something wrong? I'm like, if you did something wrong, he would have told me that you did something wrong. Tanera, you did nothing wrong. He just want to talk to you. So she was like, I'm scared now. I'm like, scared of what? She's like, because the original God want to talk to me. He probably seen me acting like an asshole on the fucking air. He probably gonna get on me. I'm like, he not gonna get on you. He a fair man. Trust me. He understand a lot of things. He understand more than you understand. Trust me. Trust me. He not gonna yell at you. Is that what you think? He ain't like that. Trust me. So she was like, well, okay. I'm like, look, I'm gonna take some time before I bring you to him though. But how's your kids? Your kids, how they doing? She was like, yeah, I mean they coming this Friday. I think they'll be here like on Saturday or something. I'm like, so it's just gonna be your daughter and your son. She was like, yeah. I'm like, how old is your daughter? She's like, my daughter is 12 and my son is like 16. So I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, he's 16. She's like, no, actually he's like 17. Cause remember he's a lot older than his little sister. So he's like 17, about 17. I'm like, okay. All right. Well, they're gonna be here Saturday. She's like, yeah. Did you call your the people up? Your pilot and your drivers and stuff. I'm like, yeah, they already know to get your daughter and son. I already talked to them. Now, Tanira, I want to show you something. Now, before I show you something, I want to change my appearance. She's like, your appearance? I'm like, yeah, when I was talking to my dad who was God, he said it's about time that people see what I really look like. And I don't want to hide what I really look like as baby God. She's like, wait, daddy, what? Wait. This ain't it? I'm like, this is just a cover up. This is what I used to look like. So she was like, okay, so what do you really look like? I'm like, do you want to look what, I was like, do you want to know what you look like as Mother Nature? So she was like, wait, I look different? I'm like, yeah, Tanera. She's like, so why you ain't tell me? I'm like, I'm telling you now. Let's change our appearance a little bit. Let's upgrade this shit. So I snap my fingers and we looking in the mirror. I'm like, oh, I like this. It's like, that's what you look like as baby God? I'm like, yeah, that's like you are, oh, you fine as shit. Damn, you look good as shit. I'm like, yeah, I know. I mean, I already looked good, but now I look real good. It's like, oh my God, David, I'm not gonna lie, my pussy is getting really wet right now. I'm like, you ain't even looking at yourself. She's like, I don't need to look at myself. I'm looking at you. So I'm like, look at you real quick. I want you to see your new makeover. She's like, oh, I look so pretty. We look so good together. I'm like, yeah, we in the Bible together, the new Bible. She's like, oh, David, I feel like we living out the testaments already. I'm like, yeah, you like that, huh? It's like, I love it. What you think your kids gonna say? I'm like, they already seen me like this before. It's been a while since they seen me like this because I had to go back to how I was looking before I just, turned myself like this because, it wasn't time for my fans to see me as baby God, but I think it's time for them to see me for what I am right now for a little while. I know it's going to be surprising because a lot of my famous girlfriends and wives never seen me like this. It's going to be their first time seeing me like this. Like, you fine as shit, David. God damn, you fine. I already ain't want you around them bitches, but I don't want you around them by yourself looking like this. God damn. I'm like, yeah, you like it? She's like, hell yeah, I like it. How the fuck the original God look? How your dad look? I'm like, he look even better than this. So she was like, holy shit. I wonder how our kids gonna look. I mean, all your kids look real fucking good, but damn, David, like, damn. I'm like, you like it, huh? It's like, yes. Oh, hell yeah. David, I don't want you talking to them girls looking like that. I'm like, they gotta see me like this. Like, no, I don't want them. I'm not gonna be around. They gonna fucking, they gonna hold you hostage. She was like, they gonna hold you hostage. I'm like, no, they not. They can't hold me hostage. I'm David Sims. So she's like, all right, David, just promise me that you gonna be, safe when you go see these girls. I'm like, why? It's like, because David, you fine. You see how good you look. I'm like, I know I look good. She's like, you look flawless. Damn, I mean, like, shit. Look at you. Oh my goodness. I'm like, you like it? It's like, yes. I'm like, you like how you look? She's like, fuck how I look. I'm looking at you. That's my husband right there. I'm like, yeah. It's like, oh my God. Can I put you on my Instagram, David? I'm like, you can put me on Instagram. My dad said it's time for people to see what I look like. My dad, who is God, said it's about time that people see what I really look like. This documentary movie is about to come out in January the 23rd. Everybody needs to know the truth. And I can't hide my damn real appearance no more. Now everybody got to see this shit. So if you want to post it, go ahead, baby. Say, oh, let's post this shit. So she was like, I'm on Instagram Live, y'all. Y'all see anything different between me and my husband? We look different, don't we? Well, I told y'all asses that I'm Mother Nature, and this is what I look like as Mother Nature. Yes, I got a new makeover. That's right. And look at my husband. That is David Sims. Yes, that's right. Yeah, That's what he really looked like, y'all. So what y'all was seeing was a cover up. That's what he really looked like. Yes, that's right. That's him as baby God. And I know y'all probably like, damn, he look fine as shit. I just want to let y'all know, y'all better keep y'all hands to y'all fucking selves when y'all see my baby. I'm only talking about them famous bitches, the ones that do be seeing my baby. Y'all better keep y'all hands to yourselves, or I will turn into Miss Incredible Hulk out this bitch. Yeah, that's right. Y'all see my baby. Damn, look at all these people looking at us, David. Look at this shit. I'm like, yeah, it's like, oh shit, I'm getting off. I'm getting a little scared now. I'm like, Tanera, it's like, David, it's like, it was almost like 13 million people looking at us. I'm like, yeah, I know. Now, look, baby, I want to show you something real quick. She's like, baby, did you just hear what I said? I'm like, I heard you, honey. So she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, Tanera, I got to show you something. Now, you know I got this new series coming out. It's called Bad Boys, the series, Killing Michael Myers. She's like, don't you got another series already called Killing Michael Myers with Jenna Ortega? I'm like, that's the spinoff. So she's like, what? Okay, so you got a series called Bad Boys. Is NBA Youngboy? Is that NBA Youngboy in that poster? I'm like, yeah, that's him. Listen, I already did the interviews last night while you were asleep. And look, let me show you these bitches. She was like, how the fuck is NBA Youngboy in those interviews? I'm like, well, I use my hologram, my gadget. It makes things look realistic. She's like, I forgot you had that shit. I'm like, yeah, I use my hologram. He look real, don't he? She's like, hell yeah, look like he not even dead. I'm like, yeah, he in that. You like that? She's like, hell yeah, that shit is amazing. I'm like, now look, I'm not gonna have a red carpet because she's like, why you not gonna have a red carpet? I'm like, because I'm doing things differently. See, I always want to try out my damn powers. You know, I can't get rusty with not using my shit. Now, look, I want my fans to be a part of this shit because usually my fans can't come to my red carpets. They just got to wait till the shit come out, which is next year. So I wanted them to be a part of this shit. And since, it has Michael Myers, how afraid are you with Michael Myers? Are you terrified of him? She's like, hell yeah, I'm scared of Michael Myers. I'm like, well, don't worry. He ain't going to hurt you. So she's like, David, what are you about to do? I'm like, well, my fans going to be actually in the fucking first episode of Bad Boys Killing Michael Myers. Me and NBA Youngboy, we are like cops. We like Will Smith and Martin. She's like, which one is Will Smith? You? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. She's like, and which one is Martin? NBA Youngboy? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I knew that shit. So I'm like, yeah, how'd you know? It's like, because it was not that hard to figure out. So I'm like, okay. So look, she's like, what you mean they going to be into it? I'm like, they going to be watching it. Like, you'll see. We about to be into it too. So I snapped my fingers. She's like, David, where the fuck are we? I'm like, we in the episode. We gonna be watching it. She's like, what? I'm like, we gonna be watching it. She's like, well, what if Michael Myers see us? She's like, he not gonna see us. We just in the damn, we in the show, we in the episode, we gonna watch this shit. We gonna watch everything play out. So she's like, oh, so it's gonna be like we're invisible. I'm like, yeah, but before we start this episode, I can change it up with just me and you because we in this episode and I'm doing it directly. See, for my fans, they can see Jenna Ortega because Jenna Ortega she is in this fucking series, and she's pregnant in this series. She's pregnant with our babies. In the spinoff, she already had our kids and they teenagers. She's like, so okay, so what are you saying? I'm like, do you want yourself to be in this series, in this episode? Do you want me to change it from Jenna Ortega to yourself? So she's like, you can do that. I'm like, for us, because we're the ones watching it, yes, but when my fans, when they watching it, which is right now, they seeing Jenna Ortega. So she was like, oh, you could change it right now for me. I'm like, they'll still see Jenna Ortega. They'll still see her. But for us, we'll see you if you want me to change it from Jenna Ortega to you. How hard are you not understanding this shit? She's like, oh, well then yeah. So I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to see you all lovey-dovey with another bitch. I don't care if it is just a show. So I'm like, all right. So I'll just change it from Jenna Ortega to you. So I snapped my finger. She's like, David, that's me. I'm like, yeah. Now let's watch this shit. It's like, how the fuck did you do that? So I'm like, it's like, but I look different though. I mean, it looked like me, but I don't look like what I'm looking like now. I'm like, I know that, Tanera, because this is what you look like as Mother Nature. Now, when you look at the episode, she's like, Dave, I'm getting scared of shit. I'm like, why are you getting scared? He ain't gonna touch you. He can't touch you. He can't even see your ass. Just look at it. She's like, all right, all right, all right. I'm like, now, it's gonna start off with, me being with you because obviously you wanted me to change the character. So she's like, what's my name in the show? I'm like, Tanera. So she's like, oh, okay. I thought you would change my name. I'm like, no, it's Tanera. So she's like, oh, okay. So I'm like, all right, Tanera, I gotta go ahead and get ready for work. Look, you gotta meet up with the doctors and stuff like that. It's like, I know. Look, it's been a few years since, you killed Michael Myers and your mom is fine. I'm like, yeah, she is fine, Tanera. She's like, you cut the man head off and saved it as a damn trophy. So I'm like, yeah. She was like, David, it'll be impossible to come back after that. If he comes back after that, literally nothing can kill his damn ass. You literally chopped that fucking man head off. It seems like nobody can be able to do that shit. So I'm like, look, I want some of your family members, your friends and stuff to be here. I don't want you by yourself. She was like, okay. So around this time, my mom was staying with us, and I went to go check up on my mom. And after I had sex with Tanera, and I'm like, Mom, is everything okay? Are you fine? Do you need anything? I'm going back to work. I just wanted to make sure that you're fine before I go in. So she's like, son, everything's okay. Everything's great. So I'm like, all right, well, if you need anything, just call me. She's like, I will, son. You just go ahead and have a good day. So she's like, is your wife here? Is Tanera, is she still here? I'm like, yeah, she lives here, Mom. So she's like, no, ain't she going into the hospital to check out the babies? I'm like, yeah. So she's like, you don't want to go with her? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go with her. So she's like, okay, well, go ahead and enjoy your day. So I'm like, but that's not until a few hours, though. That's not until later on. She's like, son, I didn't say anything. You go ahead and enjoy your day. So I'm going in or whatever, right? And my man Kentrell was like, David, what's going on? I'm like, what's going on, man? How's the kids treat you? He's like, well, they treat me good. I'm like, well, I got a lot of leads on this damn case. So he's like, wait. We not gonna be talking about no case, man. You got married, and you pregnant. So he's like, and she pregnant with your babies. Ain't she having twins? I'm like, yeah, she having twins, but we don't know the sex of the babies. We won't know until like later on and stuff. He's like, yeah, man, hold up, man. You gotta catch me up on this shit. How's marriage life? I'm like, ain't you married? You could tell me the same thing. He's like, but all marriages are not the same. So I'm like, Kentrell, yeah, I know that, man. So he's like, man, everybody around here talking about that fucking Michael Myers shit. So I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, it's October the 1st. Everybody talking about how Michael Myers murdered everybody at that fucking high school. Weren't you around at that damn time? I'm like, yeah. He was like, weren't you going to that high school, you and your wife? I'm like, yeah. He was like, how the hell you get away from that shit? So I'm like, look, man, I don't even want to talk about it. So he's like, man, didn't they said that you chopped his fucking head off? I'm like, yeah, I chopped his damn head off. So it was like, so he's like, so you actually saved Michael Myers' head as a fucking trophy. I'm like, I sure fucking did. Let me show you that shit. So he like, wait, that shit is in this building? I'm like, yeah. He's like, how the fuck I never knew about that shit? I'm like, Kendrell, you don't know a lot of things about your partner. So he's like, man, that's crazy as shit. How the fuck you chop that man's head off? I'm like, have you ever seen Michael Myers up close? He's like, hell no, I ain't never seen his ass. So I'm like, man, it's a scary ass feeling. He was like, so you were scared? Did you shit yourself? I'm like, fuck no, I ain't shit myself. I was all man. So he's like, yeah, okay, all right. So we got our captain, that's like, the lead of the force and shit like that. They're like, David Sims and Kentrell, get in my office. So I'm like, what's up? So he's like, it's October the 1st. Now, you know how these people get around this damn town when they start talking about Michael Myers and stuff like that, how he could potentially come back to life. I'm like, how the hell he gonna come back to life? I chopped his fucking head off, clean, smooth the fuck off. I did that shit. It's right up in the evidence room as a damn trophy. He ain't coming back after that. So he like, well, you don't know that. I'm like, I don't know that. Look, I literally chopped his ass off, and it's been fucking decades since he showed this damn face. So they're like, look, all I'm saying is keep your eyes open, okay? Like I said before, Michael Myers could come back. If he do, it's not going to be too surprising. Nothing can really kill him. So I'm like, look, Captain, I'm telling you, he ain't coming back after the way I whipped his ass. So Kentrell like, did you really whip his ass? I'm like, yeah. And you should have been there to take lessons. So he's like, oh, okay, all right. So I'm like, look, man, I get it, Captain. Look, we're going to be on our job. But look, I got to leave early to go to the hospital with my wife, Tanera. Cause we got to, see how the baby's doing and stuff like that. And we're going to find out the sex of the babies when we there. So he like, you taking your wife to a hospital when you know that this is the time where everybody act crazy around this month. It's October. So I'm like, how many times you gonna say that shit, Captain? How many times you gonna say it? So he like, as many times as I need to. So I'm like, look, I already told you that he ain't coming back. Okay? Michael Myers ass ain't coming back. So don't even worry about it. I chopped his head smooth off. So Kentrell like, why did you keep saying that shit? I'm like, because I fucking did. He was like, do anybody got any fucking evidence that you did that shit? I'm like, my wife was there. My mother was there. You could ask them. He was like, yeah, they gonna lie for you. So I'm like, look, all right, Kentrell, whatever you say, man. I did that shit. It's in the evidence room. Captain, ain't his head in there? So he's like, it's in there. It's like a trophy. He cut his head off. David did it. So he's like, all right, I believe you. All right, well, we gotta go anyway. So I remember as me and Kentrell, we in the car and stuff like that, right? And he like, yo, I gotta stop to get some snacks. I'm like, he's like, you want to get some. You want to. I'm like, all right, man. All right, yeah, you're right. So I remember a lot of the kids that used to go, well, the high school that I used to go to, a lot of kids are going there. Now, Tanera is a teacher at the school. You know what I'm saying? And, Tanera come from a teacher background and stuff like that. So as me and Tanera watching this episode, she like, David, I like this shit. I'm like, you like it? It's like, it is so well thought the fuck out. I like this shit. This the first episode? This shit is already like a movie. I'm like, yeah, it's like, I like this shit. And I like all the camera action and shit, how they filmed this shit. It's so, I don't know, I just like it. I'm like, you do? She's like, hell yeah. You sure Michael Myers ain't gonna be able to see us when his ass do show the fuck up? I'm like, he not gonna see us, man, I promise. She's like, all right. So, Tanera is a teacher. Now, in the real show, what my fans are seeing is Jenna Ortega being a teacher. But me and Tanera is seeing Tanera since she wanted me to change the fucking characters. So that's what I did. So Tanera was the, teacher of the high school that we used to go to as teenagers. So she's like, all right, y'all, listen, I know it's October the 1st, and I want to say this. Listen, my husband, David, we both used to go to this school. And we was around when Michael Myers, killed all these damn innocent kids in this high school. So they was like, wait, y'all was victims? Y'all actually went to this school? So she was like, yes, and my husband defeated him. So they was like, wait, your husband defeated Michael Myers. He killed him. And he was a teenager. How did he do that? She was like, he chopped his head off. So they're like, wait. Your husband, David, the biggest detective in the world, chopped off Michael Myers' head as a teenager. So she was like, yes, and that's what made him so big. He defeated Michael Myers, and nobody was able to do that, and my husband did that. And I seen him do it, and his mother seen him do it. We were witnesses of him doing it. Now, I ain't gonna lie. He almost died fighting Michael Myers. He almost died, but he was protecting his mother, and he was protecting me. He did, and it was times where Michael Myers almost caught up to me and his mother, and David was like, oh no, you're not going to kill my soon-to-be wife and my mother. If you're going to kill anybody, kill me. And it was like, seeing them fight, they fought for a whole damn hour. So they're like, wait, he fought Michael Myers for an hour straight? She was like, yeah, because he wasn't fucking dying. He was not dying until he chopped his fucking head off. After he chopped his damn head off, that was it. That's it. That sealed the deal. That was just it. So they was like, so where's the head now? If he chopped off Michael Myers' head, where's it at now? So Tanera like, well, it's at the police station, for evidence, as a trophy. So they kept that shit as a damn trophy. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of creepy. So she's like, yeah, I know. But, I just want to say, look, for everybody that's on edge, don't worry, because my husband is going to make sure that everything is, under control, and his partner control. And, they already patrolling the neighborhood. I just got a text message from my husband, and they said they out here making sure everybody's safe. So y'all, I do know that, Michael Myers, when he do really start killing, he kills around Halloween time. It means around like on the 30th and the 31st. So even though that's when he start murdering people, we still want y'all to be in the house at a decent time. Can y'all do that? So they're like, but man, I got a party to go to tonight. And it's Friday. So she was like, okay, and you could go to that party, but after you come from that damn party, go home. It's not that hard to do. Why do y'all gotta stay out so damn late? So they like, because we teenagers. Didn't you used to do the same thing, you and your husband? So she was like, well, maybe. So I just remember, she's like, look, don't worry about it. You know what? If y'all want to stay out late, y'all do whatever y'all want to, because in the end, y'all going to do whatever the hell y'all want to anyway. So I'm just telling y'all right now, I don't think that it is safe for y'all to do that. So one girl was like, but if you just literally said, you said that your husband chopped off Michael Myers' head, so we should have nothing to worry about, right? You just literally said that. Tanera, ain't that what you just said? So she's like, I know what I just said. And even though my husband did do that, doesn't mean that, that y'all shouldn't go in the house at a reasonable time. So I remember they like, well, fine. We'll go in the house at a reasonable time. So I remember, after my wife, was done teaching her class and stuff like that, she had another class and she taught her class and stuff like that. But as she was teaching her class, something did happen. Michael Myers ended up coming back to life. Don't know how the fuck it happened, y'all, but it just happened. Now, in the series, you will see how he did come back to life. But I don't feel like explaining that fucking part. So, I'm telling y'all this shit audio. So, but he came back to life in the fucking police station. So, everybody in the police station is pretty much, going on his business as usual. Now, instead of Michael Myers killing everybody in the fucking damn police building. I wanted to give Michael Myers a personality. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to give him a funny ass personality, something different than how y'all would ever see Michael Myers. You know what I'm saying? This is why all of my movies and TV series be number one, because I don't be afraid, you know, to step outside the box with my creativity. So Michael Myers came back to life. And he's walking around and seeing everybody acting like jackasses in the fucking damn building. You know, he's just walking around watching everybody and stuff, looking at everybody, and they don't even see his ass. They don't see him. So, you know, the captain goes into the evidence locker and he noticed that the Michael Myers head, he noticed that it wasn't there. So he like, where the fuck is the head at? So he calls me up. He like, David, did you take the Michael Myers head out of the evidence room? I'm like, what? I don't never take the Michael Myers head out the room. What, is it missing? So he's like, it ain't in here. It ain't in here. And I'm about to ask around right now because it ain't in here. It's not in the evidence room. So I'm like, I don't have it. What the fuck? Where is it at? He was like, I don't know. Why do you think I'm calling you? So I'm like, okay, so why don't you just get to the bottom of it? I mean, that is why you're the captain. He's like, ain't that what I just said? I just said that I'm about to figure out who did this shit. So I'm like, well, go ahead and figure it out, captain. So he get off the phone. He like, do any of y'all damn losers got the Michael Myers head? If this is a damn prank, this is not a damn time to be pranking people around this damn month. Now, if any of y'all got the damn Michael Myers head, put it back in the evidence room right now. So they like, why would we take a fucking damn creepy ass Michael Myers mask? Why would we do that shit? We don't want to even be around that shit. So why in the fuck would we take that shit out of the evidence room? So he like, well, it ain't in here. So he's like, well, maybe it can only mean one thing. Michael Myers came back to life. Woo! So the captain like, it's impossible. It's no goddamn way his ass will come back to life after that. After getting your head chopped the hell off, how the hell you gonna come back to life after that? So he like, well, it could only mean that one thing. So he's like, one of y'all got the fucking head. And until y'all fucking show up with that damn head, y'all are not leaving this fucking damn building. So they like, what are we in high school? We can leave out, we grown. So he like, yeah, y'all can, but y'all can leave out without y'all damn jobs. Where's the damn head? They was like, we already told you, captain, we didn't take the shit. So they going back and forth or whatever. And Michael Myers then already left out the fucking damn building. So he already left out the building. And Michael Myers, he makes a damn stop at the school. My wife, Tanira, is in the damn school. So she's in the school and she's actually, at this time, she's in a meeting with like the principal. That's also a girl and stuff like that. And, you know, the rest of the staff that works at the school. And they trying to, you know, make the school a lot safer around this month because it's October and everybody they get scared around this time because Michael Myers around this month always show the hell up. You know what I'm saying? So they like, look here, Tanira, we know and understand that your husband killed Michael Myers and chopped his damn head off, but nothing can kill him. Nothing can kill him. So she's like, so what are you saying? That it was somebody else under that fucking mask? So they was like, it probably was the real Michael Myers, but that don't mean that his ass can be dead. She was like, he got his fucking head chopped off. My husband chopped his fucking head off. So they was like, yeah, Tanero, we know that. And you say that shit every day, we get it. But this is what you gotta understand. She's like, okay, make me understand. Because if I didn't understand this, my husband killed Michael Myers. And it seems that no one in this town can fucking do that, but my husband did. So they like, okay, and he was living in the fucking house that Michael Myers grew up in. So she's like, yeah, and he fucking defeated his ass. So they like, okay, let's just get real here. You name one time that Michael Myers never came back. So this she's like, okay, he might have came back all of those damn times, but all of those damn times, they never really killed his ass. Nobody never really chopped his fucking head off. The real Michael Myers. And my husband did that shit. So they're like, okay, but it's October the 1st. So she's like, so what is that supposed to mean? So they're like, it means that we gotta be more on our shit and we gotta make this school safer. Now, is your husband and his damn partner, do you think that they can be able to keep the neighborhood safe? She's like, they've been doing it for years. Why you think they would be lacking this time? Look, I'm tired of you riding my fucking husband. So they was like, ain't nobody riding your husband. So she was like, you just mad because your husband can't do the job. So she was like, whatever, Tanera. You think you better than somebody? Because your fucking husband is a local damn hero. So she was like, you know what? You just a jealous ass bitch. That's what it is. You a jealous ass bitch. And I knew that ever since I got hired to be a teacher at this damn school. She's like, you think that you better than us because y'all went to the school and y'all was a part of the Michael Myers massacre? Y'all thought you think that you and your husband better than us? So she was like, y'all went to the fucking school too. So she was like, yeah, whatever. It don't make you better than us. So she was like, ain't nobody say I was better than y'all. So all I remember is, they in there, having a little argument. Now, Michael Myers shows up at the school. Now, he is standing outside the school and there's a class going on, right? And so one girl, she gets up to sharpen her pencil and she ends up seeing Michael Myers standing outside the fucking window. So she's like, holy shit. Oh. So they was like, what are you fucking screaming about, Jasmine? Now, I already told you, we don't got time for your damn pranks. So she's like, no, there was somebody out there. So they're like, Jasmine, again, enough with the fucking jokes, okay? So she's like, no, there was somebody out there. I'm telling you, there was somebody out there. That was Michael Myers. I seen him. So they was like, Michael Myers is dead, okay? Michael Myers is dead. David chopped his damn head off. So the girl was like, no, he was out there. I just seen him outside that window. It was him. So they like, okay, Jasmine, you about to get sent to the fucking office. I'm tired of you playing. They was like, we tired of you playing around. Okay, either sit down and do your damn work or we sending you to the damn office. Stop playing around. So all I remember is she was like, I'm telling you, I seen him. I'm telling you, teacher, he was out there. I'm telling you, he was out there. So she was like, you say one more damn thing and I'm going to send you to the fucking damn principal office. I'm sending you to the fucking damn office. So she was like, fine. Okay. All right. So she ain't say anything. Now, these group of kids are like the next generation, that's going to the school. So they like, Jasmine, did you really see Michael Myers? So she was like, yes, I did, James. I did really see his ass. He was outside the fucking window. I'm not lying. I seen his ass. So James was like, if it's any consolation, I believe you. So here go one girl. So she's like, do you really think Michael Myers can come back after somebody chopped his damn head off? I mean, there's no damn way that somebody can come back after that. So James like, well, Michael Myers ain't no normal person. So she like, so what are you trying to fucking say? He a damn demon or something? So he's like, that's exactly what the fuck I'm saying. How many damn times that Michael Myers got shot up and he still came back to life? Even stabbed and he still came back to life. Ain't no way in hell can he could just come back. So she like, it's been decades since his head been chopped the fuck off. It's been multiple fucking years. So James like, all I'm saying is, if she seen that shit, then I believe her. Why would she make that shit up? So the girl, Aaliyah was like, well, I don't know, because it's October the 1st, and around this fucking damn time, everybody want to be jackasses and pull pranks. So Jasmine like, I am not lying. Okay, I seen him and he was out there. So I remember, I'm like, Kentrell. So he like, what? I'm like, hold on, y'all. My wife calling me. So I'm like, what's going on, Tanera? How's everything going? So she's like, David, I'm about to knock this bitch head off. I'm like, why? She's like, because I'm at the meeting and they already talking about y'all not gonna be able to keep the town safe, you and Kentrell. And I'm not having them talking bad about you because you're my husband. You know I don't play that shit. I'm like, Tanera, did you hit any damn body? So she's like, no, but I was about to. So I'm like, Tanera, you know what I told you about your damn temper. So she's like, these bitches be coming at me. And then they talking about, I think I'm better than everybody in the school because my husband's a local hero. I'm like, I ain't no local hero. So she was like, yes, you are. And I like the way that you're so humble about it. I'm like, Tanera, I'll be there in an hour to get you so we can go to the hospital. Okay? She's like, all right. So I'm like, you make sure your ass is ready. She's like, I am, baby. I'm like, all right. So I get off the phone with Tanera, and he like, yeah, yeah. David, I ain't gonna lie. I've been feeling a little bit on edge ever since I woke up this morning. I'm like, what are you talking about, Kentro? So he's like, man, you think it's just a coincidence that fucking Michael Myers head is gone? You think it's a coincidence that it's gone, that it's not in the evidence room? So I'm like, what are you fucking saying, Kentro? So he's like, I'm saying that maybe his ass came back to life. I'm like, that's bullshit. He can't come back to life. I chopped his fucking head off. So he go, Kentro, he's like, but the head ain't in there. I'm like, man, it's probably somebody in there fucking pranking people. You know how people get around this damn month? So he like, no, I'm telling you, yo, I woke up on edge. I woke up feeling strange. I'm like, I woke up feeling strange too. But that don't mean that Michael Myers' ass gonna come back to life. So he like, all I'm saying to you is that you might want to be a little bit more protective of this damn town. I'm like, so you trying to tell me I'm not doing my job? He's like, you ain't been, man, you took a whole few damn months for just to be around your damn wife. I had to patrol the town by my damn self. I'm like, well, I'm back, ain't I? So he like, yeah. You thought that Michael Myers came back another time and you took a whole damn couple of months off to be around your wife and your mother. So I was by my damn self. I'm like, all right, well, I'm here now, Kentrell. Damn. So he like, yeah, you here now. I'm like, you got, what is this? What is this? What is this, an intervention? Go ahead, you got something you want to say? So he's like, no, I don't got nothing I gotta say. I'm like, you got fucking kids too. He's like, but I ain't take no damn a leave of fucking absence. I came to work every damn day. So I'm like, well, that's the difference between me and you. You didn't have to go up against Michael Myers. You ain't have to face his ass. I did, okay? He's like, so why you keep bringing that shit up? I'm like, because you don't know that fucking feeling. You didn't go up against his ass. You ain't seen his fucking eyes. I did. So don't fucking tell me about me protecting my damn wife and mother. You ain't fight his ass head on. I almost died fighting his ass. So he's like, all right, maybe you got a point there. I'm like, maybe? The fuck you mean maybe? So he's like, all right, man, all right. I'm like, let's go ahead and talk to this fucking lady. So we go in there, he's like, yo, I apologize, yo. I ain't mean to like get at you like that. I'm like, no, it's good. So I'm like, Tanera, how do you like the episode so far? It's like, David, it's good. And I ain't just saying that because I'm your wife in real life and pregnant with your kids in real life. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Your fans is watching this shit right now. I'm like, they in it right now. She's like, David, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared though, seeing Michael Myers and shit. I'm like, he can't see it. She's like, I know, but this shit is so cool the way you doing this shit. So I'm like, so you like it? It's like, hell yeah, I like this shit. So I remember we going there, we talking to this lady. We at the girl house, and she was one of the survivors that survived. That was at the high school that I used to go to with, Jenna Ortega, but now it's also played by Tanera because I had to change the characters to suit my damn wife, Tanera. So I had to pause the episode because one of my girls had called me. One of my girlfriends had called me, Reginae. Well, was it Reginae? No, it was Nicki Minaj. She had called me, and I was like, Nicki calling my phone. It's like, Nicki Minaj? I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, pick it up and put it on speakerphone. So I'm like, what's up, Nikki? You on speakerphone? I'm in the middle of something. She's like, David, I'm in this fucking episode of Michael Myers. This shit is so fucking lit. I love it. I'm like, you love it? She's like, it's so fucking cool. It's like I'm actually in this shit. How you do this shit? I'm like, I used my power. She's like, oh, you outdid yourself. I love it. Can I see you after the episode is over? I'm like, so Tanera like, no the fuck you can't see my husband after the episode is over. So she's like, oh, okay, I'll call you back later. So Tanera like, that bitch better go to fuck here somewhere with that shit. So I'm like, Tanera, she know that I'm married. She's like, then why the fuck she say that shit? I'm like, she know, baby. She's like, all right. So she's like, I'm gonna have to fix that shit anyway, David. After this episode, I'm gonna have to go on Instagram Live and tell everybody that you are not with fucking Nicki Minaj. So I'm like, well, let's get back into the episode, baby. She's like, oh, well, come on. So I remember, we in there, and I'm like, this is one of the victims that survived, the Michael Myers assassin. So he's like, so he go Ken Charles. He's like, why you always gotta say that shit? I'm like, say what? He was like, say shit like that. Like you gotta make that shit real fucking scary. I'm like, because it is. So he's like, I already told you I was already scared. I'm like, Ken Charles, yeah, ass scared? Damn. He not even fucking, I'm like, he not even back. And you already talking about you scared? So he's like, because I fucking am. I ain't never seen Michael Myers ass up close. And he was like, and I don't want to. So I'm like, okay, what's your name? So she's like, my name is Amanda. Listen, I used to go to the school that your wife is teaching. And you used to go there too. Y'all was students there, right? I was a student there too. I'm like, so you survived when Michael Myers was around killing everybody? She's like, yes, but I barely got out with my damn life. I seen him when he came into my house and he murdered my friends. He killed my friends. I seen him. He murdered my friends, and he would have killed me if I wouldn't have jumped out that damn window. So I'm like, okay, why did you call us here, ma'am? So she's like, he's back. Michael Myers is back. I know it. I can feel it. I'm like, he ain't back. I chopped his head off. He ain't back. Why the fuck is everybody saying his ass is back? He ain't back. So she was like, what if he is back? Do you think you could be able to do it again? He is more stronger than ever. I'm like, what are you talking about, girl? I just told you I chopped his fucking head off. So she like, David, I know that you the sheriff and this is your partner and stuff. I know that. But David, I am telling you that he is back. Michael Myers is back. And this time, he is coming after you and your whole family. I'm like, and how the fuck you know this? How the fuck you know his ass is coming back for me and my family? So she like, I know he is coming back for you. You are related to him. You his fucking nephew. I'm like, oh yeah. I am his nephew. So Kim Cho like, wait a minute. You related to Michael Myers? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that serial killer. Wait a minute. You related to his ass? I'm like, yeah. He's like, don't you think you should have told me? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, literally a target now. I'm a target. I'm like, you ain't no damn target. He's like, he is coming after your ass. He is coming after your ass full speed. I'm like, so what? So that means that you don't got nothing to worry about. He's like, I'm your partner. He gonna kill my ass too. So I'm like, will you just shut the fuck up? Why are you even listening to this crazy ass bitch? So she like, I am not crazy and I'm not an old lady and Michael Myers is back. Whether you want to believe it or not, he is back. I'm like, he's like, is your wife pregnant? I'm like, yeah, she is pregnant. So he's like, well, she was like, well, I suggest you go to your damn wife. Okay? Because if you ain't around to protect her, he is going to murder that fucking girl. He's going to kill her. And the babies. And your damn mother too. Where's your mother? I'm like, why are you asking me these personal fucking questions? So she's like, well, where is she? I'm like, my mother is at home. At our home that I paid for. We don't live in that Michael Myers house no more. So she's like, it don't matter if y'all live there or not. He is coming for you and your family. So I'm like, You know what? This is the funniest joke I heard in a long ass time. Yeah, thank you for your time, ma'am. So we get in the car and we walk into the car. Kentrell like, you don't believe our ass? I'm like, fuck no. I chopped his head off. I killed his ass. It's no way he coming back after that shit. The way I chopped his ass, I chopped his ass up. So he like, you only chopped his head off. Did you chop his damn body up? I'm like, no. So he's like, so then that means that his ass, it could mean that he probably is back. So I'm like, no, it could not mean that, Kentrell. It cannot mean that. He's like, how the fuck you know? Everybody said that it take a lot to kill his ass. So, I mean, maybe it just took longer for him to come back to life. I'm like, multiple years? Multiple years? My wife is pregnant. She a grown-ass woman teaching. She's teaching the fucking school that we used to go to. So what are you saying, Kentrell? I chopped this fucking head off. And you seen that shit. So he like, well, the fucking captain said that it ain't in the fucking evidence room. So I'm like, so what? Let's just go to the fucking damn police station now. Let's go there. We'll figure that shit out. Let's go right now. Cause I'm telling you, I chopped his head. I'm like, I chopped his head off. And his ass ain't coming back after that fucking shit. So he like, maybe so. Maybe so. So I'm like, Kentrell, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So he like, all right, well, let's go there. Let's go. Let's go to the fucking police station. Let's see if you actually did it. I'm like, I did fucking do it. What the fuck? You calling me a liar? So he like, I ain't calling you a liar. So he's like, all I'm saying to you, David, is that it might be, I'm like, how the fuck could he come back? I chopped that man head off. So he's like, you his fucking nephew. You connected to his ass. I'm like, the fuck is that supposed to mean? So he's like, it's supposed to mean that you related to his ass. You and your creepy ass mother. I'm like, you call my mother creepy? So he like, that's your mother's brother. Your mother brother is a fucking murderer, a mass murderer. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I get that. But my mother is not a fucking I'm like, but my mother is not a fucking weirdo. So he like, I ain't mean to call your mother creepy. I ain't mean to call you that. I'm just on the edge, man. I'm like, we gonna get to the bottom of this. We partners. We've been partners for years. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. All right, I promise you. So he like, all right, yo, we got each other back. All right, fuck it. So I'm like, yo, we gonna go to this fucking police station and we gonna get to the bottom of this. Somebody is fucking playing a fucking joke and I'm gonna whip their ass. I'm gonna stomp the shit out of them when we get there. So I remember Michael Myers is still at the school. He's still at the school and my wife is there. So Tanera, like, she looking at this with me. She's like, David, I don't know why I'm so damn scared. I'm like, what's like, this episode is scary as shit. With the music playing in the background and everything, this shit is real fucking scary. My heart is beating fast as shit. So I'm like, and it's like, hell yeah. I'm literally on the edge of my damn chair. I'm like, well, you sitting on my lap, baby. You want some popcorn? She's like, I actually do want some popcorn. I'm like, yeah, let's get some snacks in here. Let's really enjoy this episode. So she's like, I cannot believe that you actually did this shit with the makeovers and now this shit. David, I'm so in love with your ass right now. I don't know what the fuck to do with myself. So I'm like, she's like, you gonna fuck me after this, right? I'm like, yeah. So we watching more of the episode, right? And I remember Michael Myers is still at the school, right? So Tanera like, I can't believe they ass is thinking that I first of all, I ain't no stuck up bitch. So I remember, a group of girls walking up to, Tanera. They was like, hi, Miss Tanera. Hey, how's your fine ass husband doing? So she's like, I thought I told y'all asses about doing that shit. So they're like, doing what? Your husband is fine. He cute as shit. He the cutest cop I ever seen in my damn life. So she like, yeah, but you don't come out and say that shit to me. I'm his damn wife. You know how disrespectful that is. So they was like, what do you think it was? So she's like, well, it fucking is. Why the fuck y'all asses not in class anyway? Y'all ain't gonna say nothing until y'all ass get murdered. So they like, Michael Myers is dead. You said your husband chopped his head off. So she like, he did. So they like, so we don't got nothing to worry about. We are just walking the halls. So my wife had to teach another class. And she did. She taught another class or whatever like that. And as she was teaching, those same group of girls had a rude awakening. Michael Myers ended up walking inside the damn school. Now, Michael Myers, he already had a knife in his hand. Like, he had already got all the things he need to kill everybody or to start killing people again. Now, usually Michael Myers kills people around the 30th and the 31st. But this time, it's a little bit different. He gonna start killing people the whole damn month of October. Now, this series gonna be so serious. Like, ain't nobody gonna ever do anything like this in horror history. I outdid myself with this shit. So, Michael Myers show up, and the girls, they in the girls' locker room. So they getting ready for gym and stuff like that. And they about to play some, I think volleyball or something like that. So they switching their clothes and stuff. And the girl, she's switching her clothes up, and Michael Myers, he in there, and he just walking around making noise. So she's like, if it's one of you fucking boys in here creeping on the girls and spying on the girls, y'all trying to get a damn peek, I'm telling the fucking principal. That's weird. Y'all need to stop doing that shit. Y'all need to get a fucking life and get a girlfriend. So Michael Myers, he's walking, and she sees something in the mirror. The girl did. She sees something in the mirror, and she turns around, and it's Michael Myers. He just standing there. So she's like, okay. So she's like, wait, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Listen, are you the real thing? Cause somebody said that your head got chopped off. So Michael Myers, he don't really do no damn talking or anything. He just murder your ass. So he walking towards her. He got the knife or whatever, right? She starts screaming. He did end up killing the fucking girl. He ended up killing the girl, and the rest of the girls ran into the changing room, and they seen the girl pretty much stabbed the fuck up really bad. So on the wall, he writes, "I'm back." In blood, he writes, "I'm back." So the girl's like, what the fuck do that mean? What do that mean, I'm back? Who fucking did this shit? So here go another girl. She was like, isn't it obvious? It's Michael Myers. Michael Myers is back. So she's like, why the fuck would Michael Myers write that I'm back in blood? Why would he do that shit? Michael Myers is dead. So she's like, can you explain this fucking murder? Can you explain it? Because it's pretty fucking brutal. Can you explain this shit? So she like, no, I can't explain it. So she was like, well, it can only mean one fucking thing. Michael Myers is back. He's here. So the girl like, that's impossible. That's literally fucking impossible. It's no way he can come back after somebody chopping his head off. It's no way. So all I remember is that now somebody, you know how people doing podcast shows and shit like that. So this girl, the girl that's doing this podcast show in the series is Millie Bobby Brown. So I had put her in the show as well. And this is her real character. So Millie Bobby Brown is in the show, and she's like, all right, y'all. Now, everybody has been on the edge, wondering if Michael Myers is coming back, or is he already back? Now, there's rumors and speculations that David Sims, the sheriff of this town, and young and very handsome, he got a partner too, named Kentrell. There's rumors that David chopped off the original Michael Myers head, saved it as a trophy. There's also rumors now today, on October the 1st, hearing from the captain's mouth from the police station and other cops saying that they cannot find the original Michael Myers head that David Sims chopped off. Could it be that Michael Myers is back for revengeance? Could it be that Michael Myers can come back and have one thing in mind: to kill David and his whole family. If y'all didn't know, David is Michael Myers' nephew. David's mother is Michael Myers' sister. They lived in Michael Myers' old house. Could it be? Could it be? I am going to interview David. I'm going to get this exclusive interview with David himself. And not only that, I told y'all that I was going to have some content that was going to blow your minds away. I am going to do an exclusive interview with Michael Myers himself in the flesh. I know I might lose my damn life, but I don't care. It's going to be live. Everyone is going to see this. And I know Michael Myers doesn't do a lot of talking. But I can guarantee you this: I'm going to get that damn interview if it's the last thing I do. And I know I might run for my damn life. And y'all might see me running for my damn life. But don't worry, I'm getting that damn interview. I'm getting it. I don't even care if he slit my damn throat. I'm getting that damn interview. And y'all gonna see that shit. So, y'all see this damn camera? I'm gonna put this on my damn body. The first interview I'm doing is with David Sims. That's right. The sex symbol himself. Everybody love him around this town. They love him. They love him out this damn town too. I'm going to talk to him. And then I'm going to go on the hunt looking for Michael Myers. That's right, y'all. I'm going to get it. I'm going to change history. That's right. Me, Millie Bobby Brown. Now, that's not her real name in the show. Her real name is something else. But Millie Bobby Brown, I'm going to just go with that because that's what y'all know her as. So she's like, yeah, that's right. Me. I'm going to change history, y'all. I'm going to do it. But y'all got to stay tuned because I got a lot planned for y'all. So she get up and she actually leave out of her damn house on the search of looking for me. So I just remember the group of girls run up to Tanera. So they're like, Tanera, ma'am, Tanera. So she's like, why the hell y'all girls not in class? Why y'all asses not in class? So they like, he's back. So she's like, who is back? So they like, Michael Myers killed our friend in the locker room, in the girls' locker room, and he wrote on the wall. So they was like, and he wrote on the wall in blood that he's back. So she was like, why the fuck would Michael Myers do some shit like that? And first of all, my husband chopped his damn head off. He ain't coming back after that. So they like, I'm telling you, somebody killed him. It was a brutal murder. So they was like, it was a brutal murder, and only Michael Myers can do something like that. So Tanera was like, okay, well, take me to the damn body. Since y'all said that Michael Myers is back, take me to the damn body. I want to see this shit. So they take her to the body, but the body wasn't there. So there's like, that girl was there. Wasn't that girl there? So they was like, yeah, she was right here. So Tanera was like, I don't have time for y'all damn pranks. I don't have time for y'all fucking jokes. My husband is about to be here in a minute to pick me up to go to the damn hospital so we can see how the babies are doing. I don't have time for this shit. Y'all need to stop playing around all the damn time. So they like, we're not playing. Someone killed her. She was right here. We're not lying to you. She's like, well, where the fuck she at then? Because I don't see the fucking girl. Where's she at? So they like, you know what? Y'all need to stop with this shit. So she goes back to her damn class or whatever, and she's teaching it. And I go head into the police station with, Cantrell, which is played by NBA Youngboy. So I remember we go in there. I'm like, all right, y'all. Captain, did you find a hit? Did you find Michael Myers' head? So he's like, no, if I found the fucking head, I would have it in my fucking hand. No, I don't. And these idiots are not budging. So I'm like, don't worry, I get their ass to budge. So I'm like, you little fucking damn idiots. Who the fuck went in the damn evidence fucking room and took the damn head? So they're like, oh, you think we did it? I'm like, cause y'all always pulling fucking jokes. So who went in there and took it? So they're like, we didn't take it. I'm like, come here, you little bitch. So I put the gun to his head. I'm like, where the fuck is Michael Myers' head at? They're like, man, I don't got it, man. And get that gun out of my face. I'm like, where the fuck is that? I'll blow your fucking head off. Where the fuck is that? So he's like, I don't got it, man. I don't got it. Hey, man, I don't got it. Kentrell, can you tell your fucking damn partner to get this fucking gun out my face? Man, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I don't got it. I'm like, man, stop fucking playing around with me. I'll shoot his ass. I'll shoot his ass right now and make his ass a damn example. Where the fuck is it here? I'm like, where the fuck is the damn head at? So they're like, we don't have it. We do not want that creepy ass head. So I'm like, they're like, man, you are fucking losing it. You are losing it. You know that? You fucking losing it. You really think that we would go in there and take a creepy ass fucking head and walk around with that shit? You really think we would do that shit? So I'm like, well, where the fuck is it? So they're like, we don't know, okay? We just don't fucking know. So I'm like, no, none of this shit is making any sense. So the captain like, you know what? I'm gonna blow one of their fucking heads off myself. So he get a shotgun, right? He's like, now which one of you motherfuckers took that damn head out of the evidence room? Where is it at? Because David got a damn point. If y'all not talking, we gonna make y'all ass talk. Where is it at? So they like, we don't know. We don't know. And if you fucking kill us, how the fuck we gonna help you kill Michael Myers if he is back in town? So I'm like, he not back. He not back. I killed his ass. So they was like, is it a known fact that you killed him? I'm like, you seen the fucking head? You tell me. So they like, well, we don't see the fucking head no more. It ain't in the evidence room no more. We don't see it. So I'm like, so just because you don't fucking see it, you trying to say that he back alive? They like, well, y'all, you know, a lot of people did say that it takes a lot to fucking kill his ass. I'm like, they never chopped his damn head off. Not the real damn Michael Myers any fucking way. They never did it. I'm the only one that ever did that shit. So they're like, okay, and you succeeded on chopping his damn head off. But maybe it might have took his ass a lot longer to come back to life. I'm like, look, you gotta be fucking kidding me. There's no way that anybody can come back after me chopping their fucking head off. I don't care how fucking damn evil your ass is. If I chop your fucking nuts off, it ain't gonna grow back. Now, is it? So he's like, why the fuck would you say that? So I'm like, it's the same fucking thing. Nuts, head. He's like, well, you ain't chop his ass up into bits and pieces, did you? So he might not be dead. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. So I remember I'm just sitting there, Kentrell like, maybe I don't, he was like, man, I don't think they got it. I'm like, man, what are you talking about? He's like, the head, man, I don't think they got it. I'm like, yeah, I fucking know that shit now. So I'm like, look, man, I gotta go get my wife, man. I gotta go pick my wife up, take her to the hospital, go check on your kids. So he's like, all right, man. So all I remember is I'm going to go pick my wife up from, the school. So I remember as I'm driving, right? I'm at a red light and I thought I seen Michael Myers. And I probably really did see his ass. But man, I was thinking at the time, that it was my mind playing tricks on me. So I'm looking in the rearview mirror and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? So I turn around real quick and he was gone. So I'm like, man, I'm losing it, man. I'm fucking losing it, man. What the fuck, man? They all getting in my fucking head. That stupid ass bitch Amanda. So the girl Millie had called my phone, right? She was like, is this David? I'm like, who the fuck is this? So she was like, my name is Millie Bobby Brown. I have my own podcast show. I have over like 5 million fans. I'm like, and what the fuck is that supposed to mean to me? Why are you calling me, telling me that shit? And how you get my fucking number? So she was like, well, I got reliable sources. I want an interview with you, an exclusive. I'm like, I ain't giving you no fucking interview. She's like, it gives you the word. So she was like, it gives you the time to tell the world how you killed Michael Myers. What was going through your head when you chopped his head off? You know, what type of eyes he had when you looked him in his eyes. I'm like, man, I am not telling you that shit. Are you kidding me? I almost lost my fucking life. He almost killed me and my whole damn family and my girlfriend, who is now my pregnant wife. So she like, and that's why you should tell your story. I'm giving you a chance of a lifetime. I'm going to interview you, and then I'm going to interview Michael Myers himself. I'm like, Michael Myers is dead. Okay? So she's like, yeah, but your captain and the rest of those damn cops that just made that damn headlines, they just said that the head is missing. And that can only mean one thing. I'm like, and what is that? So she was like, that his ass is back. And I am going to get the exclusive. And you're going to tell me the story. I'm not going nowhere until you do. I'm like, if his ass is back, you should be in the fucking house right now. She was like, no, that's the worst place to be. Because if I'm in my damn house, he can just come in there and fucking murder my damn ass. I ain't going to be in my house. I'm out here getting the exclusive. I'm like, look, Millie, that is dangerous as shit. Even for you, and I don't even fucking know your ass. Why in the fuck would you want to interview Michael Myers if his ass is back to life? That's a fucking death wish. He don't even talk. So she's like, I know that. So I'm like, so how the fuck you gonna get an interview out of his ass? So she like, I got my ways. I'm like, you are fucking crazy. You know that? She's like, yeah, but it takes a lot to scare me. I'm like, yeah, well, if you staring death in the fucking eyes, you're not gonna want to die. Your life gonna flash before your fucking eyes, and you're gonna do whatever it takes to stay alive. So I'm telling you right now, you better stop this damn Russian roulette shit. You better stop this shit and take your ass in the damn house and let us pros deal with this shit. You are crazy. What the fuck are you talking about? I ain't giving you no damn exclusive interview. So she was like, well, you are, and I'm coming to find your ass. So I'm like, so Tanera started laughing. She's like, this series is funny as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. The whole thing has me down laughing. So I remember, I'm like, look, man, all right, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta pick my wife up. So she was like, yeah, that's right. You protect your family. You protect your own. So I'm like, you need to get the fuck off this damn phone. So I remember I go pick up Tanera. She comes out to school, whatever. And Tanera like, baby, some strange events has been happening in school today, baby. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, some of my students ran up to me and told me that Michael Myers is back and that he had killed one of their friends and wrote on the fucking wall in blood that he's back. I don't know if I believe it or not. I think they prank. She's like, I think they pranking me or pulling some fucking joke. I don't know. I don't know if I believe this shit or not. I'm like, she's like, David, do you think he's back? I'm like, Tanera, you was there. You seen what the fuck I did to his ass? Do you think his ass back? So she was like, no. I'm like, you doubt your husband? She's like, no, of course not. I'm like, okay, well, let's go to the hospital and see how you doing, okay? It's like, all right. So we go to the hospital, whatever, right? And so there's like a group of teenagers talking about this shit, right? And they are like in this restaurant. And Michael Myers is like outside the restaurant. He's like in the back of the restaurant where there is no windows. So Michael Myers is there. And they like, do you think Michael Myers is back? So they like, I mean, y'all heard the captain from that damn police station. They can't find the head. It can only mean his ass is back. So they was like, but he only come around the 30th and the 31st of Halloween in October. So why would he come on October the 1st? So they like, look, I don't know. Beats my fucking ass. All I know is this. that his ass, he gotta be dead though. So they was like, do you really think that David really chopped his head off? You really think he did that shit? So they was like, well, he was a damn teenager. So I don't know. I don't know. How could he have that much strength to fucking chop off his damn head? So they like, I don't know. But they said he did that shit and they had it in the evidence room and it was there. They even showed it. It was on TV and everything. So they was like, you seen it. So he was like, hell yeah, I seen that shit. Me and my girl, we was watching that shit. So they was like, so you seen the head. So he's like, yo, I seen that shit. It was on display, everybody, for like a whole damn month. They was showing his damn head on TV. David chopped that man's head off. I mean, I ain't see him do it. So they was like, well, so if you ain't see him do it and your girl ain't see him do it, what makes you think he really did it? So they like, why the fuck would he lie about some shit like that? Why would he lie about killing somebody? So it's like, it's Michael Myers. You know how many people been trying to kill his damn ass and never be successful in that shit? You know how many people try to murder his ass and they end up dying in the end trying to be a fucking hero? And how the fuck he end up, out of all people, actually killing his ass? So they like, well, I don't fucking know. Okay? And you wasn't fucking there anyway. So how the fuck you know? So they was like, well, I know one fucking thing. I don't think he really did. So he like, all right, well, fuck it then. So he like, I'm going with my girl. I gotta go. I gotta take her home. So he goes into the bathroom, right? As he going into the bathroom, you know, he in there on the phone talking to somebody. And Michael Myers come in because he was like in the bathroom talking. But you know, he was in the bathroom stall, like using it. And Michael Myers came in there. And so he's like banging on the, you know, the bathroom stall, like the door part of it. He banging on it, right? Michael Myers is. So the guy, the boy was like, man, look, I'm using the fucking bathroom. You little gay ass. You better go ahead out there with your fucking girlfriend, man. Tom, I ain't got time to be playing games with you. So he just ripped the fucking door open, right? And grabbed him. He's like, oh shit. Oh shit. So he couldn't fucking run because Michael Myers had his ass. He already chopped his ass up. Killed him, slit his throat and everything. And walked out the fucking bathroom. So as he walked out the bathroom, he's in this public fucking restaurant, right? He walked past every damn body and nobody really seen them. So to them, we're like, how the fuck did Michael Myers walk past all them damn people and they didn't see him? So I'm like, that's how I wanted it to look. She's like, that was kind of a hard ass shot. I kind of like the way, damn, this fucking shit gonna be serious. I know this fucking series this shit gonna be too damn crazy. I'm like, it is. She's like, I mean, this shit, I'm in this shit like The Walking Dead. This shit like The Walking Dead, but 100 times better. It's so much better. I fucking love this shit. I'm like, she's like, I fucking love this shit. So I'm like, you like it? I love it. And I love the way you put me in it instead of fucking Jenna Ortega. I'm like, yeah, but everybody else is seeing Jenna Ortega. She's like, I know that, David. I know that. So I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm happy that you did it for us. Because I don't want to see Jenna Ortega playing your wife. I'm like, okay. So we go to the hospital and I'm like, all right, so give it to me straight. What's going on, nurse? How's my wife, doing? How's the babies? So they're like, well, the babies are healthy. So she's like, babies? What do you mean babies? So they're like, oh, they're twins. You're having twin girls. Congratulations. So she was like, David, they're twins. So I'm like, oh, well, wow. So they're like, yes, I mean, they're twin girls. Y'all wanted to know the sex of the babies. And, well, they're girls. Oh, and another thing, I know that you just started to go back to work, Tanera, but you just got to be very careful, because you're pregnant, and more and more your stomach is going to get bigger. So, I really don't think that it is the time for you to go back to work. And I know that you love working. But, I just don't think that it's time. You're about to be a mother and you're not going to want to, birth these kids and then go back to work. You're going to want to be a mother to them. So she's like, that's why I'm working until I birth these damn kids. So she's like, I get it. I get what you're saying, but I really don't think that it's a good idea for you to do that. She's like, well, it's none of your damn business, okay? And I don't have to answer to you. So if I fucking want to work, then I'm going to work. Are you going to pay my fucking bills? Huh? Are you going to pay my bills? So she's like, but your husband he's a successful sheriff. He got a lot of money. He's a local hero. And people making movies about your husband. So she's like, yeah, people are making movies and writing books about my husband. That is true. That's true. So she's like, okay, your husband killed Michael Myers. That's serious. I mean, he's a hero. So she's like, what the fuck do that got to do with me working? Anyway, thank you. Is that all? So she was like, I still gotta check everything, making sure that you still like, healthy and everything like that. Check your heart rate and stuff and your blood. She's like, okay. So they did all that, and then we had to go check up on my mother. Now, Kentrell, he's gonna go check up on his kids and stuff. Now, on his way to check up on his kids, he finally got a glimpse of Michael Myers for himself. He goes into a fucking damn convenience store to get some damn chips. Now he goes in there. Now before he goes in there, he sees Michael Myers killing somebody. So he sees him. So Kentrell, like, he's frozen with fucking fear. So it's like he can't really, he can't even move. He don't know what the fuck to do. He can't even pull his fucking gun out on time. So he ain't get murdered. He just couldn't do anything. So he hurried up and got in his damn car and drove off and shit. So he calling me up on the phone. He like, David. I'm like, what, man? Kentrell, I'm in the middle of something. I'm going to go check on my mother right now. So he like, David, I saw him. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, I saw him. I saw Michael Myers, and that head that was missing from the evidence fucking room, that's the same head that was in the evidence room in the police station that we work at. He is back. I seen his ass killing somebody in a convenience store. I'm like, you sure it's not your mom fucking with you? I thought I seen his ass too, but it was just me. He was, when I turned around, it was gone. It was my mom fucking with me. So he like, David, it's not my mind. It's not my mind. David, I saw his ass assassinate the shit out this fucking person. He killed a lot of people in that fucking convenience store. Innocent people. I'm like, then why the fuck you ain't put some hot ones in his ass? He's like, y'all told me that people shot his ass up and he still came back to life. So why the fuck would I shoot his ass and then he come back and kill me? I got in my fucking car and got away. I'm telling you, his ass is back and he coming for your ass. He coming for you. I'm like, then why the fuck I ain't see his ass yet? So he was like, you just said you seen him? I'm like, yeah, I seen him, but he ain't do shit. So he like, maybe he waited until the right time to kill your ass. So I'm like, look, I'm telling you right now, if I see his fucking ass, I'm not only am I going to chop his fucking head off again, but I'm going to chop his ass up and burn his ass alive. So Kentrell like, David, I'm telling you right now, he is coming for your fucking family. So I'm like, how the fuck he gonna come for my family? He don't know where the fuck we live at. So he like, he gonna find that shit. He'll figure out a way to find that shit. So I'm like, well, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? He don't even got a damn car. So he like, it don't matter if you don't got a damn car. He gonna find out a way to get to your ass. I'm telling you that right now. He's Michael Myers. You know the rules don't apply to his damn ass. So I'm like, it's going to apply to his ass when I fuck his ass up. It's going to apply to him then when I chop his ass up into fine ass meat. And yeah, I'm going to make his ass lunch meat. So he like, what the fuck? Are you hungry? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe a little bit. So they were like, I'll cook dinner, baby. I'm like, yeah. Look, Kentrell, stop fucking getting in my head with this Michael Myers shit. So I get off the phone with him. I go back home. I'm like, Ma. So she's like, I'm here, honey. I'm fine. I'm like, did anything happen strange? She's like, I thought I heard somebody in the house today. I'm like, what you mean? Around what time? So she's like, I don't know, later on in the day. Felt like I heard somebody walking around like footsteps. I'm like, you heard it? She's like, yeah, but when I went downstairs to see who it was, the person opened up the door and just like walked out and shut the door. Like I really couldn't get a good glimpse of the person, but I felt like it was someone in here walking around and like opening up drawers and stuff. I'm like, are you serious? It's like, yes, I'm serious. I'm like, yeah, come with me. So it's like, where are we going at? I'm like, Tamira, just come with me. And Ma, come on, what the hell are you grabbing? Just grab the shit. So she's like, where is this? I'm like, this is my underground cave. Michael Myers is never gonna find this shit. She's like, you expect us to stay down here? I'm like, yes. It has food and everything. And if his ass is back, I'm going to murder his ass. I'm like, I'm going to get you, you son of a bitch. Your ass is grass. I'm going to fry your ass. So I remember I'm looking in the camera and the episode cuts off as I'm saying I'm gonna fry his ass, and Tanera just start laughing and stuff like that. She's like, that shit was funny as shit. I'm like, I know it was meant to be funny as shit. So like, I can't believe like the way you said it. I'm gonna fry his ass. So I'm like, she was like, that shit is funny as shit. I can picture people being me. You know, I can picture like people having memes of you saying that shit because that face expression is fucking priceless. I'm like, that's how I wanted it. She's like, no, it was good the way it cut off and shit. It was good the way it cut off. That fucking episode was too fucking good. And that was only the first episode. Oh my goodness. I can only imagine how the second episode gonna be. I'm like, oh, the second episode is even more litter. So she's like, so how many episodes is it? I'm like, it's like 12 episodes. It's about no, it's 13 episodes for the first season. And we already got picked up for a second season already. She's like, his ass still ain't dead? I'm like, no. She's like, God damn, David. So I'm like, all right, now we can come back home. She's like, David, I felt like I was in the fucking Matrix. And I still look like, I still got the makeover. I'm like, yeah, we gonna have this makeover for a little while. And the whole world gotta see us. It's like, I just did the Instagram live before we went into that show. I'm like, I know, baby, but I still gonna have to see these people in person, the celebrity girls. So like, I don't want you to see them in person. I'm like, I know, baby, I know, but I'm not gonna have sex with them, I promise. So she like, okay. I'm like, are you my baby? It's like, yes, I'm your baby. I'm like, you promise? Like, I don't know. Do I promise? Yes, I promise. So I'm like, now you know I gotta beat it up, right? It's like, yes. How could you not want to beat this pussy up? So, I'm doing my thing, my wife. That's how I'm gonna end this whole episode. But I got some shit planned for y'all. Y'all not ready for next year. I'm telling y'all just not ready. The next episode gonna be even more litter. But I'm telling y'all not ready. All I'm gonna say is this: buckle your seat belts, cause I'm coming for your ass. You know what I'm saying? Full speed. So yes, NBA YoungBoy is in the series with me. It's called Bad Boys. Yes, it is. It's called Bad Boys Killing Michael Myers. The series, season 1. And also, he's also in the spinoff series called Killing Michael Myers. So yeah, me and Kentrell, we did a lot of things before he died. We filmed a lot of stuff. We worked a lot. So yeah, and I'm happy about this whole project. So I will holler at y'all later. And I hope you enjoyed this episode, man. Deuces. Oh, and my wife is not Miss Incredible Hulk. Tired of people saying that about my baby.